purchase of a 2024 F-150 for the animal shelter in an amount not to exceed $47,608, funded through Act 179 Animal Shelter.
Motion.
Support.
Motion by Councilwoman Witten, supported by Councilman Johnson. Is there any discussion?
Chairman,
Councilwoman.
my only question on this and the next agenda item is, were these budgeted in the last budget?
It says on the cover page, at least for 7.5, unencumbered account per request.
Yeah, I just didn't know if it was included, and obviously I know it's probably replacing a really old vehicle, I'm guessing. So, don't necessarily, I mean, if we could just follow up on it after, and then, do we have a report of like our fleet of vehicles and how many are old? I know we've replaced a lot. Do we have, or can we get, I should say, like a report of any older vehicles that still may need to be replaced in the future?
Sure. We can do
Okay.
that. So, I mean, as you can see, we've replaced quite a few.
Yes.
There's just a small handful that now we're kind of,
Okay.
getting, but I do believe Ralph had a situation where he had to leave real quick, but,
Like I said, well, we can get at least, yeah.
These were both budgeted, so.
Perfect, thank you.
I think just as a general rule, I mean, an item isn't brought
Usually,
forward.
if it's not, he'll make us.
Yeah,
do it.
Typically, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's
Jason makes us.
Trust but verify.
If it's not.
Just because with the two, it's $100,000 of dollars, so just making sure. I know it's needed.
like two Tahoes.
Mhm.
Any further discussion on 7.5? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All those opposed say no. Yeses have, motion carried. Item 7.6 is a motion to approve Gorno Ford low bidder to purchase a 2024 Transit van in an amount not to exceed $50,707, funded through water transmission and distribution.
Make a motion.
Support.
Motion by Councilman Johnson, supported by Councilwoman Brandana. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All those opposed say no. Yeses have it, motion carried. Item 7.7 is motion to approve City Elevator of Michigan low bid contract renewal for elevator preventative maintenance and repair services contract for an amount not to exceed $16,000, funded through TBA repair and maintenance accounts.
Motion. Support.
Motion by Councilwoman Witten, supported by Councilwoman Rose. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All those opposed say no. Yeses have it, motion carried. Item 7.8 is motion to approve Michigan CAT source well contract pricing to provide a Trail King 8-ton tilt trailer in an amount not to exceed $20,184, funded through TBA capital outlay.
Motion. Support.
Motion by Councilwoman Rose, supported by Councilwoman Daniels. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All those opposed say no. The yeses have it, motion carried. Item 7.9 is motion to approve Owen Tree Service low qualified bid to provide tree removal and ground clearing at Lane Park for an amount not to exceed $100,000, funded through ARPA grant capital outlay.
Motion to approve.
Support.
Motion by Councilman Brandana, supported by Councilman Johnson. Is there any discussion?
Chairman,
Councilwoman.
I just thought the backup for this company was really, really amazing. If everyone read all the way through it, they had a lot of backup. Nice company. It's like, thank you.
They have a lot of old equipment is what I noticed.
Well, I noticed that they had a whole chart of all their employees, and so all the credentials and things, and I thought that was interesting. And I'm sure they're going to be able to buy some more vehicles, equipment with this money.
Their bucket trucks, a 92 and a 97. Comparing that, just looking at those dates as we were talking about the previous item. But anyway, any further discussion on 7.9? Hearing none. All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All those opposed say no. Yeses have it. Motion carried. Item 7.10 is motion to receive and file Simcoe sole source for an emergency purchase of the Taylor Sportsplex in the amount not to exceed $5,699, funded through the TSX repair and maintenance accounts.
Motion.
Support.
Motion by Councilwoman Witten, supported by Councilwoman Daniels. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All those opposed say no. Yeses have it, motion carried. Item 7.11 is a motion to approve the resolution authorizing the Director of Public Works or his designee, city engineer, to execute on behalf of the City of Taylor long-term maintenance permits issued by Wayne County for storm water management systems constructed in the City of Taylor.
Motion?
Support.
Motion by Councilwoman Witten, supported by Councilwoman Daniels. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All those opposed say no. Yeses have it, motion carried. Item 7.12 is a motion to approve opening the public hearing as approved at the August 20th, 2024 council meeting to vacate retaining all utility easements, 20-foot alley located adjacent to lots 129 through 141, 272, and 392, inclusive of the Hitchman's Rogue Hills sub of the Northeast Quarter, Section 6, City of Taylor, Township 3 South, Route 10 East, Wayne County, Michigan. The subject site is located between Marvin Avenue and McGuire Avenue. Is there a motion to open the public hearing?
Motion to open.
Support.
Motion by Councilwoman Brandana, supported by Councilman Johnson. All those in favor of opening the public hearing say yes.
Yes.
All those opposed say no. Yeses have it, motion carried. The public hearing is now open. Are there any interested parties? Please come forward.
Chairman,
Councilwoman.
before Ms. Souza comes up, can we just get an explanation of what this is and where it is?
Mr. Chairman, this is, it's the gas station on Ecorse Road, would be just west of Beach Daily. Half of this alley is already vacated. I don't know why they just didn't do it all at one point. But the gentleman that owns that gas station would like to put walk-in coolers, and he would just like to bump out his back wall a little bit so that, he's got the old coolers that you got. So he's asking for the vacation so he can expand his back wall a little bit, just so he can put the walk-in coolers.
This is Beach Daily and E-Course?
Yes.
You said west. Isn't that easy? You talking Norm's Market? You're talking the area behind.
Miriam's on the other side of Miriam's.
What's that?
It's on the, it'd be west.
Oh, it's,
Yeah, it's, is it a Citgo? I think it is.
yeah.
I don't know, but I haven't heard Mirams in a long time.
Yeah, it's Miriam's Market. On the other side of that, I think it's like a garage type place. And
Yeah, there's
that
the tire
gas station.
shop and then the gas
It's on the
station.
north side of the street there, I think.
Okay.
I think it's a Citgo.
Okay, please come forward.
I had a question on this. I was looking through the paperwork, and it has a list of 3 names on one of those forms. And in the paperwork, it says that it was 100% approved by residents. So there are only 3 residents between lots 129 and 141?
I think it's the properties adjacent to it.
Yeah, I think
They're
those
not.
are the ones that butt up against probably that wall, because it's actually a brick wall that already separates the properties and that building, so I would say it's probably those 3 right there, 272 and maybe 3.
Through the chair, I think they gotta go 300 feet. So if they're not within 300 feet, then they don't get notified.
The assessor probably could answer that. Please come forward. And I've got to follow up, I'll recognize you.
Good evening to the chair. I'm Jessica Gracer, I'm the assessor for the city, and I did put forward this paperwork. When I meant by 100% of the residents, I meant the contiguous or adjacent parcel owners. If it was not 100%, the procedure would be different, so I wanted to portray, the fact that it didn't have to go to planning commission, and we had 100% of cooperation from those impacted by this alley vacation.
And would those property owners get 50% of the
They would
outlay?
they would receive 50%, yes.
And is there any city loss? I don't think that alley goes all the way through to Beach Daily.
No.
So it's kind of,
It's already been, that side, it's kind of like, that's what I was saying, they already vacated the one side, but they didn't do that side, so I don't know why they just haven't done it at all. And there's actually a brick wall that separates the resident from the owner of this property already.
right, thank you.
Okay, so the brick wall, is any of that property in the alley going to be added to 129 through 141? Does the brick wall come down?
No, the brick wall stays, and that property now, it's no longer an alley, it's now property of that business owner.
Okay, so the middle of the alley over to the gas station is what you're looking at?
That becomes part of, yes, that, I
Okay.
think what the mayor said is, they had already vacated one half, put up a wall, but never went through the formal process of vacating the rest of the alley. And my understanding within,
This, like, so the alley runs from Marvin to McGuire. And halfway, like this business that's next to them, they vacated their alley. That's what I mean by, they already vacated half the alley. So this alley has already been closed off by this business, and they left this still part of the alley. So the alley doesn't run all the way through. They should have just done them both at the same time many, many years ago when this happened. So that's what I'm saying when it's already been closed off by half.
Chairman, I think what Ms. Souza is asking is, the business owner's getting half of the alley, do the people adjacent to it get the other half?
Correct.
And if so,
Who brings
there's a
it?
brick wall right there, so if they don't want it, who maintains it? I mean, what
It's
would that
business
look like?
owners. They don't want it, so that's why the business.
So the business owners want the whole thing, so now they have the whole alley, not,
Oh,
is that?
I'm
no?
misspeaking.
Okay,
okay, so,
I think that's her question, right? Am I
right,
correct?
because if you're dividing the alley up, part of it should go to the homeowners that are on the other side. And so what you're saying is that the business gets the entire alley.
Is that correct?
please come forward.
No?
I'll share.
Let the professional.
Yeah, I'm looking at the aerial. So the tire shop, that area has already been
Yes.
vacated. And then I could see the homeowners, in particular at 6979, is parking their vehicles on the alley property.
So to the chair, it would be 50%, half and half. What would have to occur is they would have to then deed over that portion to the business if they so choose or came into an agreement of some sort. But legally, unless it has been presented otherwise, it is automatically 50-50.
Right. So they're not proposing to take down the wall. They're not proposing to truly take the half back that these homeowners are currently occupying. It's more than likely for setback purposes that the line now becomes different, is that?
So, excuse me, to the chair,
Wish we had.
I'd have to defer to planning for that because this is just, that's beyond my realm of expertise as to what's being proposed beyond this alley vacation. So I have an answer for you.
So through the chair, from what I was told by planning is that they had to vacate this alley to be able to do what they wanted to extend their building by, I think, 4 feet back to do the walk-in freezers or coolers. But that would still give enough room for vehicles to go and, like for trucks to park and delivery and all that other stuff. I guess what I wasn't sure is that brick wall, they would own part of the property beyond that brick wall. That's the alley there, I guess I would think. So that's where I was a little confused or whatever. So they would have to maintain that, but I don't know if they plan on taking that brick wall down or not. I'm not sure. Laura would probably know that. But even if they didn't, there would be enough room for vehicles to get through there even with the expansion of the rear wall with the coolers.
Okay, so I guess one of my concerns is the fact that it says 20-foot alley located adjacent to these properties, but you don't know whether or not they approve this. The residents in lots 129 through 141. there's no proof that they actually approved this. It said that, there's only 3 names on there.
Chairman, but if you're asking, they did sign, like, I don't know if that's in the public packet, but the individuals, we have a document here showing all 3 individuals that signed.
Correct,
The
and that's
vacation,
there,
okay.
but how are there only 3 individuals if there's all these lots?
Because the lots are pretty wide and they run, like if, you can't,
Parallel.
I don't know if the map is on there, but if you look at,
And I don't mean to be argumentative, but
Yeah,
I'm
when-
just trying to understand if right.
yeah, if you look at 129 to 141, there's only 2 parcels, like 272 and 3, I can't read it.
392.
392 maybe. There's only 2 parcels that butt up to that whole contiguous 129 to 141.
And
Can you see it on the map?
It's beyond me at the moment, so I'm not seeing what you're saying, and that's okay, because,
So through the chair, basically lot 272 is basically the only lot that would butt up against their store, because 392 is more of the tire center, as the chairman was saying.
Okay,
So 272 and 392 would be the only houses that would be affected by this.
okay.
Mr. Chairman, Mrs. Sousa, the person that signed, the third person, the address on eCourse, he must be lots 129 through whatever, that's the tire place.
Okay.
The guy that applied is the 25934 eCourse. He didn't sign the petition back up because he applied.
Okay.
So he's owner
Okay.
as well, so 4 people technically.
Okay, because the way it looked on is that you have all of these lots and only 3 people signed, so I was confused, so.
I understand the confusion.
I'll go sit down now.
All right, any further discussion? Please come forward. If you don't want to, you don't have to.
Hi, my name is Kimberly. I live at 20117 Pinecrest. Now I have a question about that because I have an easement. And when I purchased my house, like she said, 50-50. And, but my question would be so 50 goes to one and 50 goes to the other party. But he wants to build this addition and there's a wall there. Because my friend just built across the street from me and he had to have so much distance